Qualified to be a United States Senator?
Oh, I am according to the Constitution. I'm over 30 years old. I'm a resident of the state. It's all the Constitution requires. Next question.
Don't the people of California have the right to expect more experience in their representation?
Well, I think the people of California have a right to expect that I will dedicate myself to my work, as I did when I was an assistant district attorney and later when I established a high school.
Vultures are already closing in on him.
All right, don't worry. I'm going to get him out of here.
You know, working as a prosecutor and then as a prison teacher taught me more about the issues of crime and education than running for office ever could.
Do you think the governor would have appointed you to the Senate if your name was Bill Smith instead of William Sterling Jr.?
Well, I'm sure that my father's name, the fact that he still is a very popular political figure in California, that he was a successful mayor, congressman, a four-term governor, vice presidential nominee, has something to do.
No.
Where are you going, Governor?
The airport.
Well, maybe a lot to do with why Governor Marino asked me, but I think that's a question for the governor.
We're going to have a better answer for that than he does.
Did you tell Governor Marino that you're not a Democrat before he appointed you?
Well, he never asked.
And you didn't think it was worth mentioning him?
There's millions of us out there who has never thought of myself in terms of party affiliation. I'm a registered independent, and I will remain an independent, although, as I said, I will support the current Democratic leadership of the Senate because...
Always good to hear you say that, Bill.
Because I was appointed by a Democrat to replace a Democrat, and...
Thank you. That's it. No more questions. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Senator Sterling, in a Yale Law Review article you wrote when you were in law school, you advocated the legalization of marijuana. Do you still support that position?
No, hold it right there, Laura. There's a big difference between legalization and decriminalization, which is what I was talking about in that article 15 years ago.
Senator, have you ever used illegal drugs?
Used?
I said no more questions. Thank you very much. Okay, we got to get one thing straight right now.
Yeah.
When I say no more questions, it's their job to keep asking the questions. It's your job to stop answering them, okay?
Got it.
Good.
So, you want to go back out there and try that again?
We've got him. Running scared on the drug question. Must have been a real pothead.
Or worse, can you believe he wasn't ready for that one?
Amateur. Want me to get an aqua team going on him?
No need to. The press will find all his dirty laundry for us.
Here's the roll call.
Arthur Payton's here. Good. Get him in here. Get him.
Larry King will have everyone Sterling ever did drugs with on his show tomorrow night. Arthur, good to see you. I heard Sterling fired you, so I figured you might be a man.
Whoa, wait a second. Mr. Leader fired me? Sterling fired me? Do you actually think I would ever work for an independent?
He's a dead man walking.
I'm not so sure.
The press is going to spend the next month on his drug history.
He became an assistant DA. He went through a pretty heavy background check on drugs and everything else, so I don't...
Wait. Under oath? They asked him about drugs under oath?
Yeah?
Good. Get him on perjury.
Thanks to your incredibly hard work, the California Democratic Party has never been stronger.
There are a dozen people in this room going nuts against Sterling this week, including the mayor. You gotta beat them all to it, Anthony. You gotta scare them off, including that clown. He'll be out raising money for the seat tomorrow.
Dad, how can I announce that I'm running against the guy we just appointed?
New information. Didn't know he wasn't a Democrat. Didn't know he was a drug addict.
We look bad enough on this one already. If we start...
How could you screw up so bad on the Sterling kid? Don't worry. Anthony's gonna run against him.
Thank you very much, Mayor Russell. You know how much I love this guy.
Leon. Tommy.
What? No, I don't care what it is. I told my wife I'd be home an hour ago.
Tommy, I need you to track down the senator's law review article.
Halfway through it.
How bad is it?
Won't lose any votes in Berkeley.
Okay. Leon, I need you to get every response to the drug question that every senator and every candidate for the Senate has given in the last 10 years.
Give him about an hour.
Good, and we got to get him out on the town tonight.
Oh, we?
Yes, we got to take him to the Potomac Grill. We're going to let everybody see that he is still standing. We're going to have a nice leisurely dinner, and then we're going to triple team him on the drug question.
I want you to run the DSCC for me, Arthur.
Executive Director?
Need you to start tomorrow.
Well, I thought your brother was...
He was. Until the best money raiser in the Senate became available.
Oh, I'm very flattered, sir. Thank you.
I mean, you've seen all those stories about how the Republican Senate Campaign Committee's raising more money than the Democratic Senate Campaign Committee.
Yeah, that's gotta hurt when you're recruiting candidates to run against Republican incumbents.
Killing us. We had two good ones back out this week. They don't think we can raise enough money for them.
I think I can help you there, sir.
You know, I don't expect you to help me, Arthur. I expect you to save me. I expect you to save the Senate for me. For the party. For the country.
Where are we going?
Best steak place in town.
Oh,
What?
vegetarian.
Oh, great. Should have known. You're so California. Okay, let's go get some sprouts.
No, I'm just kidding. The steak sounds great.
Senator, could you maybe drop all the jokes about how much we don't know about you?
Could you please stop calling me Senator?
Hey, Senator, did you get used to it? You took an oath of office today. You're not the same person you were yesterday, and it is my job to never let you forget that.
Paparazzi.
It's just the local gossip columns.
Are we here for the food or the photographers?
It's both.
Can we get a shot? Senator! Get a shot, Senator. Pause for a second, sir.
Right this way, Senator Sterling.
Wow, it was like Arthur landed on his feet.
DSCC?
That's my bad.
I want you on a plane tomorrow morning.
I can go tonight. Where?
California. We need a strong Democrat to run against Sterling. I want you to sit down with Russell and see if you think he's up to it.
Wait, Russell doesn't have a chance. When is the last time a mayor won a higher office?
Humphrey.
Right, 50 years ago.
Okay, then get out there and find me a winner.
A three-way race in California is going to be tough on us. Sterling will probably pull more votes from the Democrats than from the Republicans.
By the time the press finishes with Sterling on the drug issue, he won't be able to run.
Tell me, where you from?
Baltimore.
Local town, huh?
Almost.
How about you, Leon? Where you from?
Miami, originally. Yeah, I moved to Culver City when I was in junior high. Started working in Senator Bailey's LA office as a receptionist, but I was pretty good with computers, so they put me in charge of all the IT stuff. And so anyway, I got promoted to the DC office about 2 years ago. And...
Oh, no, I'm sorry. We didn't order champagne.
Oh, compliments of the majority leader, sir.
That son of a gun bought you with a bottle of champagne? I'll give you a whole case if you come vote on our side of the aisle. How you doing, Bill? I'm Jack.
Yeah, I know exactly who you are, sir.
And you made damn sure everybody knows who you are. That's one hell of a first day, Bill.
Well, look, I gotta say, Senator Jackson, meeting you is a pleasure. I mean, it really is. I'm a huge fan. I read all your books when I was in college.
You mean both of them?
Well, they're long books. They taught me everything I know about Native American history.
Listen, Bill, drop
Yeah?
by my office tomorrow. I've got some things you'd like to see.
Sure, I'd love to.
Pete, how you doing? Arthur, okay, huh?
Traitor.
Here we go again.
What?
Jack Thunderhawk Jackson is no longer one of Tommy's favorite people.
Why?
Switch parties. He came into the House a Democrat, then went Republican when he ran for the Senate.
When did that happen?
1990?
No. 1988. No, 86. Definitely. 86 when he did the big switch.
Can you tell me some advice?
What?
Get over it.
Good evening. This is Captain Connor.
Thank you.
Our flying time to Washington Dulles International Airport will be 4 hours and 12 minutes. We do expect a smooth flight all the way to our nation's capital. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
Can I get you anything, Governor Sterling?
Oh, no, I'm fine. Fine.
Would you mind signing this for my mom? She just loves you.
What's your name?
Anne?
With an E.
With an E. Thank you, sir.
My pleasure.
Is there any good music around here?
You take your love and your money. You take your sugar and your honey.
Fine ball.
Great.
In fact, 43% of senators have admitted to using some form of illegal drug. That includes most of the Vietnam combat veterans and most of the women.
Great.
And since it became a standard campaign question, just about all candidates for the Senate born after World War II have admitted to using an illegal drug.
And with California candidates, admitting drug use is almost mandatory. So. Okay, that was a really bad joke. I'm sorry. I thought a joke might help things, but bad jokes never sort of... Tommy, I'm dying.
What we're trying to say is that you do not have to get specific about what drugs you used. The vaguer, the better.
Tommy, did I tell you we had a pool table when I was a kid?
Hustler.
The idea is to just let everybody think that it was pot. You know, Coke is a lot harder for people to let slide, and crack are obviously deal breaker.
You've done crack?
Hold it. I told you, you do not have to get specific.
Sorry.
You do not want to go down a checklist of drugs. That way you're just...
Wait. Do you think I've done crack?
I mean, no, of course we don't. It's just... Look, the fact is, Senator, that we don't know what you've done. We don't know the first thing about you, and you need to understand that that's a little scary for us, because we've got to figure...
Hey, stop. Please. Do you want an answer?
Yes.
I have never done an illegal drug.
In your life?
Never.
Not once.
Well, you certainly can't say that.
No, I'm not gonna make it home this weekend. Well, I know, and I told you that this long distance thing wasn't gonna be easy, honest, Angela. Well, maybe next weekend. Okay, well, next weekend's kind of a working weekend, but Jackie's supposed to skip. Oh, Jackie Brock, she's my chief of staff.
Senator.
Look, I gotta go. Are you out of your... This is crazy. The doctor said you weren't supposed to travel for another 2 weeks.
Oh, they always lie about that stuff, boy. Trying to play it safe. They're worried about malpracticers. No, I took the red eye. They upgraded me to first. Trip couldn't have been easier.
Where are you staying?
I'm not staying. I'm going back tonight. As soon as I straighten you out, I'm out of here.
Straighten me out?
Yes, you have got to get the answer to this question right, boy. The press will never get off it if you don't.
No, I can handle it.
No.
Okay? No, I'm going to get you a hotel room, and then you get some rest, and then you're going to go home tomorrow.
I don't need a hotel room.
Jackie,
Oh,
great.
sorry, I was a little slow getting going this morning.
My father's here, okay?
Really? Where? Can I?
Hi, I'm Bill Sterling. Already met Pat here. She was nice enough to let me in.
Governor, it is such an
You
honor.
guys get in at 8 o'clock in the morning, yeah? You know, when I was in the governor's mansion, I held my first staff meeting at 7 a.m.
Yeah, but all you had to do was walk downstairs.
Yeah, it's nice meeting you. I want to talk to the senator alone. Senator, go on, Senator, in here, please. Thank you very much.
Okay, but Jackie, can you give me the...
Was that, Wow. Can I meet him?
What kind of idiots do you have working for you? Didn't they know you were going to get that question, boy? Now, the next time they ask you if you were appointed because of me, because of my name, you simply say...
But that's the question that you're worried about.
You screw up some of the others? I left for the airport as soon as I saw you fumble the father thing.
Well, they're kind of curious about what kind of illegal drugs I've used.
That's easy. Everybody has to answer that one. No, but the father question, now this is what you say, boy. You say my father had absolutely nothing to do with my being appointed to the Senate. He didn't talk to anybody, Governor Moreno. You make it short. But then the final line, and this is important, are these exact words. I love my father, you say, but I'm my own man.
Are you finished?
I'm trying to tell you what the public wants to hear, boy. It's perfect. It's short, concise, and a perfect soundbite. I love my father, but I'm my own man. Now, that shows you're not writing on my name.
Good. Thank you. I don't need your advice.
You don't have to mean it. You just have to say it.
I thought you said his dad was cool with him being independent.
Sounds like maybe they have other issues.
I don't believe him on the drug thing.
Had to have smoked pot.
Did you guys notice that he didn't drink any champagne?
I'm sure he did.
Not a drop? I mean, he did the toast with us, but he never took another sip.
Now, if you can't bring yourself to say it, then get out a press release right now, today, for the California papers so they'll have it in the morning
this
edition.
is not the way this is going to work. I'm going to do this job my way, not your way.
Okay, I'm done. I'm finished. I'm going home.
Let me get you a ride to the airport.
Was that?
Yeah, that's him.
I guess now's not the best time to get him to try to admit to his drug-addicted past.
Want some breakfast?
Oh, no, thank you. The orange juice will be just fine.
So what do you think it'll cost?
Well, you would have to think in terms of spending 60, maybe $70 million.
Think Anthony Moreno's gonna run?
No, he won't be able to raise the money for this kind of a race. That's why we need a self-financing candidate, Mr. Stanley.
Call me Chuck.
Well, Chuck, getting some contributions from your friends in the telecommunications business would be nice, because that way you could show that you weren't just dipping into your own pocket to buy a Senate seat.
Is there any more orange juice, Chuck?
Arthur killed it.
I'm sorry, I'm Arthur Payton.
Hi, I'm Jenna, and I'm thirsty. I'm gonna go to the kitchen. Do you guys want anything?
No, nothing for me, thanks.
So, I can use unlimited amounts of my own money.
That Jenna Jameson?
Jameson's not a real name.
Jenna Jameson, the porn star?
She doesn't do porn anymore.
Senator?
Yeah.
I really need to ask you some questions about the...
Jackie, pick a card. Go ahead. Any card you want. Got it?
Yeah.
Come, sit down. Look at your card, but don't let me see it. Put it back anywhere you want in the deck. Got it? Okay. Shuffle them up a bit. Got your card?
Yeah. How did you do that?
Come on, I gotta have some secrets. I taught myself magic from books when I was a kid.
Okay, I got it.
Do not let your kid grow up in the governor's mansion. He could become very weird. Didn't really have anyone to throw a ball with, so I had to learn how to do things alone. I just do this to relax now.
Does it work? Are you relaxed?
I'm getting there.
Maybe we should take a 3-martini lunch.
Can I get some onions with that, too? Sure. Please.
You and AA.
What?
Because you didn't drink last night.
I never really liked champagne.
Oh. But you do drink.
Yeah, I'll have a beer or a glass of wine with dinner, but not if I have to drive, which in LA means that I only drink at home. And if I'm at home, I'm usually having dinner alone, so.
You have a girlfriend?
Yeah, but it's a new thing. Do I have to talk about that, too?
Not yet. So look, we've been sort of tossing it around, and we don't think that you can say that you never did drugs, especially not after the way you got tripped up over the question the first time.
What, I say I never did drugs and I just look like another lying politician?
Yeah, and that's not usually the first impression you want to give your voters. We were thinking, if you said something along the lines of, like what Tommy was talking about last night. You know, I did things in college that I regret.
You know what? I loved every minute of college because it was the first place I've ever been where no one knew who my father was.
Okay, well, we have to say something, so.
Okay, look. How about this? Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I've never done drugs. Oh, sure, I've been at parties where everyone was smoking dope. They'd pass it to me, I'd pass it on to the next person, but no one would ever notice that I didn't do it. Not because I was trying to be a good boy. I wanted to be a bad boy. I really did, but never broke the law, except maybe the speed limit, because I was never gonna give him that. I was never gonna go through a stop sign with a couple of joints in my pocket and have my father come down to the police station. No, he wouldn't have come. Have his staff come down to the police station and fix it. Make me feel, what, lucky that my father was governor? Have to go home and thank Daddy for saving me? No. It was never gonna happen. Never. How's that?
Needs work.
Yeah.
Senator Jackson will be back in a minute.
I don't have an appointment. He told me just to drop by.
You never need an appointment here, Senator Sterling. You can wait in the senator's office.
Thank you.
Drop by.
Well, I am too.
Yeah. Have a seat.
Oh, wow, this place is amazing.
Yeah, kind of put my own stamp on it, I guess.
Hey, where'd you get the furniture?
I made it.
Wow. Oh, yeah, I love that painting.
You love it?
Yeah, it's wow.
Well, then you should have it.
Have it? No, I couldn't.
But you must. My father would want you to have it. He painted it.
You know, I couldn't.
It's our custom to exchange gifts when we meet. And, this is my gift. I'd like it to stay here in the Senate after I'm gone. And you are going to be here a long time.
No, I don't think so, Jack. I'll serve the 2 years left on Senator Bailey's term, but I don't think I'm going to run for the seat.
You will be here a long time.
You know, I didn't know your custom, and I came empty-handed.
A senator is never empty-handed, Bill. I'd like you to co-sponsor my bill forbidding state government from controlling access to tribal lands.
Well, I didn't know the states could do that.
You know, they have their ways. Reservations were supposed to be sovereign nations, but you know, they really weren't. Since I've been here, I've been trying to restore their sovereignty bit by bit.
I'm with you.
Good. Ilamaya.
Sorry?
Means thank you.
Oh. You're welcome.
So is your staff telling you how to answer the drug question?
They're trying to, yeah.
Just tell them that you haven't used as many illegal drugs as Senator Jackson has. Smoke?
No, I don't know what it was.
What did it smell like?
Does Didn't smell like tobacco. It didn't smell like pot.
Maybe it was peyote. Tommy. What does peyote smell like?
I don't know. You did peyote.
No. I don't know.
Senator, your answers on this drug thing aren't getting any better.
Well, I smoked something with Thunderhawk.
In his office. You did drugs with the senator in his Senate office?
We think it might be peyote.
Well, I mean, look up in the statutes. Maybe it's legal here.
Why, in Washington it's legal?
No, in Thunderhawk's office.
Come on.
I've tried everything I could think of, Pete. I don't know how to get through to him.
Appreciate you trying, Bill.
Well, you know how kids are.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. No, I didn't mean...
No, it's okay.
How is your son?
He's getting out of rehab next week. Oh, I guess it's the week after next.
I thought the way the press handled the whole thing was very unfair.
Press was much better on it back home. Had no effect on my numbers at all. Might have even picked up a couple of sympathy points.
You're wasting your time, Arthur. Don't you read the paper?
Hello, Governor. Good to see you, too.
Anthony?
Thanks for meeting us here, Arthur. We're running late, so I figured...
Anthony's gonna run. Your search for a candidate ends right here.
Well, I wish it were that simple, Governor.
Well, it is that simple.
Oh, so you're not going to be running for re-election?
Of course I am.
And you really think that the Marino machine can support your campaign and Anthony's campaign at the same time? Have to be what, 50 each, 60 each? You really think you guys can raise $120 million between you?
Yeah, well, that's why we're talking to you. Anthony's gonna need the DSCC's help.
We can only give a Senate candidate a couple of million, which could mean something if Anthony wants to run in North Dakota.
Sterling's not gonna be able to raise a dime.
No, but the Republican candidate will. That's why we need a self-financing candidate.
Think it's that easy to find a billionaire who's not crazy? You remember Huffington?
All right, this isn't a personal thing.
Forget about Stanley. He's got a porn star girlfriend.
I already forgot about him.
Okay, you do what you have to do. You might find a rich guy who's smart enough. You might find one who doesn't have too many skeletons in his closet. But you'll never find one tough enough to run against Anthony Marino. Never.
Right, you know.
You're running, Anthony. You owe me that.
All right. According to the American Indian Religious Freedom Act of 1978, as amended in 1994, it is legal for Indians to use peyote in certain ceremonial and traditional rites.
Yeah, but it was kind of ceremonial. I mean, he gave me a gift.
Oh, God, he gave you a painting.
Yeah, his father painted it. He's going to send it over this afternoon. It's a beautiful painting.
Yeah, it's
an Indian on horseback.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. What? Now what?
His father must have painted a lot of those, huh?
And about 15 to 20 senators have one of those on their wall.
The same painting?
No, not exactly. They're all a little different. Very beautiful. Maybe painted by the same artist. Maybe not. Maybe painted by his father. Maybe not.
And everyone who got one gave Thunderhawk a vote on something. Now, what did he...
Excuse me. I've got the side effects. Muscle tension.
No.
Hallucinations.
No.
Auditory distortions.
I can hear you.
Nausea.
I'm feeling pretty good.
Loss of sense of reality.
Well, I am senator, aren't I?
Maybe you didn't inhale enough.
Oh, did you smoke it?
Yeah.
Oh, then it definitely wasn't peyote. Peyote buds are eaten or used to make tea. So.
Pete, I can't tell you how badly I feel about all of this.
Well, I really appreciate you coming by, Bill.
Onward.
Whoa, don't go that way. The press has been camped out right around that corner waiting to ambush me all day. If you go to the left and down the stairs, you can get out of here without anybody knowing you were here.
Thanks, Pete.
Hello, James.
Governor Sterling?
Yes.
Hold it, I'm trapped. here. All right, I'm going to answer all your questions, but one at a time. For clarity's sake, you were first, man.
There is a reason why Thunderhawk could not get any co-sponsors on this bill until now.
Yeah, but state governments shouldn't be able to control access.
They shouldn't and they can't.
But Indian reservations should not be allowed to change state law outside the reservation.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Thunderhawk's bill is aimed at just one reservation that actually wants to operate a nuclear waste site. The state doesn't allow trucks over 20 tons to use the two-lane road into the reservation. Now, Thunderhawk's bill would allow trucks of any size to use that road.
Well, that's just...
Or any road in the country, for that matter, as long as this truck was on its way to an Indian reservation. That nuclear waste truck that just went by your house, well, you can thank Senator Sterling for that.
Okay, where's the reservation that wants to take in nuclear waste?
In a little state called California.
Excuse me, Senator, your father is doing a live press conference on C-SPAN.
I had no idea that my son wasn't a Democrat. You see, I go through life trying to think the best of everyone. So naturally, I think everyone is a Democrat.
Governor, have you tried to persuade your son to join the Democratic Party?
Tried this morning.
No, you didn't.
Cousin said I have no more influence over that boy than the majority leader does.
Then this is brilliant.
With my heart and soul that he was a Democrat.
But he's not going to do this job the way his daddy wants him to.
This is just what... He's good. He's really good.
He is an independent. A real independent.
That's it. That's the soundbite.
Perfect.
He did everything you needed him to do. No one is ever going to ask again if you got appointed to the Senate because of your father. He completely separated himself from you.
Yeah, he sure did.
Siegfried and Roy.
That's it?
Yeah.
Larry King's given the entire hour to Siegfried and Roy?
Yeah.
Who does Hardball have booked?
The usual suspects, although they are going to talk about the Sterling drug thing.
And the AP Wire still doesn't have anyone claiming to have done drugs with him.
No, but we've got 8 California newspapers running editorials today demanding an answer to the drug question. And I've got maybe 90,000 press calls about the drug question on my voicemail. Jackie, look, if he's going to answer the drug question, today is the day.
I know.
If no one pops up and says, I did drugs with Sterling, then this issue dies down.
Derek, I know.
So when they asked you if you had used drugs, why did you repeat the word use?
Because they were cross-examining me. I went into lawyer mode. My brain locked on the word use because I have used drugs as exhibits in court. It was my first Senate press conference. What do you want, Tommy?
And then you say you didn't understand the full implications of the bill.
Look, Tommy, I don't want...
Gotta do it, Senator.
I really didn't understand the full implications of the bill at all. So I think...
Tommy Doyle drill all this into your head?
Yeah.
He really knows his stuff.
Yeah, he does.
Maybe you should write that little speech down on an index card and you could whip it out and read it next time you have to get out of something you said
Jack,
you'd do.
look, I don't feel good about this.
Hey, there's no reason not to. See, everybody here does this. They make a deal, they back out of a deal. This is your first time. You'll get better at it. Pretty soon you won't feel a thing.
Jack, I didn't know the reservation was in California, and I didn't know that they wanted trucks full of nuclear waste.
You know, it's kind of a Senate tradition breaking deals. You know how many treaties with my people that the Senate passed?
300-something.
371. And do you know how many treaties they violated?
Yeah, I read your books.
Every one of them. Every single one of them.
Look, Jack, you're a real hero of mine. You know, and I would love to be able
Listen,
to...
don't you think I know that this bill is a terrible idea, fooling around with nuclear waste?
Why?
Hey, I have no co-sponsors. You know what that means? That means that this bill is never going to come out of committee. It's never going to come to vote. It's never going to happen. This bill is a completely harmless piece of paper, except to the tribe. See, they have no casinos. They have nothing. They write me letters begging me to help them, and I guess I could just give them the brush off. Tell them that the highway is under the jurisdiction of the state. Maybe even throw in something to how I support the principle of tribal sovereignty, but that would just make me one of you guys to them. They're never going to get what they want. They never have. And I'm not really going to try to get them what they want. I just want to make them feel represented. Represented in the United States Senate. That's all.
what's in that?
That's attenuata. It's Indian tobacco and some desert sage. It smells like home.
No, there's no way we can fit that into the schedule this afternoon. Hold on a second.
Berman's ledge director just called me, said he saw a huge press stakeout over at Rayburn 354.
Anyone else using that room this afternoon?
Just the California congressional delegation, which apparently is finally going to get the press coverage it deserves.
Jackie, the press is going to ambush the senator.
Yeah, I know. We're going to scratch it. What else?
Here is the updated list of press calls on the drug question. And why is the senator walking to the mall?
Lost?
No, I just decided to take a walk. You don't have a deck of cards on you, do you?
Sorry.
So where are you from, Jackie?
Fresno.
Oh. What's Fresno smell like?
Nothing.
Oh, come on, it's got to smell like something.
I'm sure it does. I just guess I never really noticed. What does LA smell like?
I don't know. Smog, I guess. I guess I've never really been one to notice either. Smells nice here, though. My favorite place on the campus, yeah. Hey, where is everybody? Why isn't anybody out here?
They're all inside governing.
I'm gonna go back in and govern?
We really have to deal with this drug question before we get to govern.
Jackie, do you ever really get to govern?
Yeah, you do. Sometimes. But when you do, it makes it all worth it.
So I got us 5 minutes squeezed in between the majority leader's press conference and the minority leader's press conference. That gives us a built-in time limit.
That gives us just enough time to deal with two things, the law review article and personal drug use. Hey, how did Thunderhawk take you pulling your name off that bill, Senator?
It was okay.
See? That wasn't so hard.
Especially when I said I am going to co-sponsor his bill.
No.
Yes.
Thunderhawk's bill is...
It's Senator Jackson's bill.
Senator Jackson's bill
Has no chance of passing, right?
Zero.
Okay, then back off, because I'm not going to break the first promise I made to another senator, not him.
Good afternoon. This is Captain Breslin. We have reached our cruising altitude of 38,000 feet. We expect a smooth flight across the country today and an on-time arrival at Los Angeles.
On the law review article, obviously you need to stress that you were talking about decriminalization and not legalization.
You should mention that the British government decriminalized marijuana last year. Now, I've got some talking points here.
I don't need them.
Hey, wait, you can't go out on that stage until we get this drug answer worked out word for word.
It's none of your business.
What are you talking about? Your whole life is my business. You know that.
It's none of your business. It's none of your business.
Senator, don't you think the public has a right to know?
I think the public has a right to know everything that's relevant to how I do this job. That question has nothing to do with how I do this job, so I'm just going to give you the same answer you'd give me. It's none of your business.
Senator Sterling, do you deny having
Laura,
used...
have you ever used illegal drugs? Ever? How about you? You? I don't suppose the photographers have ever dabbled in illegal drugs. You see, it's a silly question. And this is serious business, governing. What we're trying to do here is govern the greatest country in the history of the world, and hopefully in a way that would make the Founding Fathers proud. And boy, were they lucky they didn't have you guys hounding them about what they smoked or how much they drank. And maybe if you guys started asking better questions, we'd get better senators, and then maybe we'd get a little closer to making the world a better place. Now ask me a serious question.
Is this gonna work?
I will give you a serious
Never
answer.
seen anyone try it.
Senator, question over here. Did you decide that drugs should be legalized because of your own drug experience?
Okay. First of all, I've never been in favor of legalization. Back in law school, I wrote an article in favor of decriminalization. It's keeping drugs illegal, but not arresting and prosecuting people for it. Now, that was before I became a prosecutor. It was before I saw how drugs have ravaged some of our communities, and before I ever used information gained in a small-time drug arrest to prosecute much more serious crimes. So I have changed my mind about decriminalization. Have you changed your mind about anything since you've been in the real world?
Senator, I'm here to ask the questions. I assume you came here to answer them, but you didn't answer the second part of my question about your drug experience.
That's right, and I'm not going to. I told you, it's none of your business. No matter how you try and ask me that question, you're wasting your time because I'm just going to say next question. Next question.
Senator Sterling.
All right, Laura, one more question, and then I have to let the minority leader have the room so we can talk about much more serious stuff than this.
Senator, your father obviously failed to convince you to join the Democratic Party. What reasons did you give him for not following?
Okay, hold it. I am not going to answer questions about my private conversations with my father.
Thank you.
Senator, about your father's public comments today, do you have any reaction to those?
Okay. This is all I'll say about my father. I love my father, but I'm my own man.
Denzel, Nicole, George, Hallie, Leonardo, Al, Julia, Tom, Brad, Harris, Cameron, Steve, Jim, Tom, Jennifer, James, Aaron, Matthew, Mark, Benjamin, and Joanna. Jack.
I want to thank my fellow nominees.
It's the party of the year, where all the stars come to let it hang out.
It's about free drinks and shrimp cocktails.
I love it! Live and unpredictable from the red carpet to the late night parties.
This year's award for cloning.
The Golden Globe Awards, this Sunday at 7, 6 Central, only on NBC.